line. Welcome to Celso Talks Podcast. 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 Celso Talks Podcast about to start with Celso Luis Santiago Jr. Transmitting live from Dunkirk, New York. Welcome to Celso Talks Podcast. 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 Celso Talks.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Celso Talk Podcast. It is your host, Celso Luis Santiago Jr., and this is the first time you see my face at Celso Talk Podcast. I wanted to at least show my face, I think at least for the very first time in Celso Talk Podcast, because the topic that I'm going to talk about, I've been talking about yesterday. It is today was June 2nd, right? 2025, and the time is 2:11 p.m. So welcome to my podcast. See my face for the first time at Celso Talk Podcast. So yesterday I was talking about, for the people that haven't really listened to what I was talking about yesterday, and it's a topic that, like I said, was going to be a very touchy topic to talk about. Last Sunday, this was last Sunday, Rochester, New York, is passing through a very tragic situation. Last Sunday, Sajay, not gonna say lose his life, because not gonna say he lost his life, because the search still going on. Has been unsuccessful, but the search is still going on. And last Sunday, Sajay got off of his stroller and jumped off the bridge, sorry, at the Andrew Street Bridge in Rochester, New York. To this day, nobody has found his body or found him. And yesterday, what I was doing is basically speaking facts. I was basically looking at the situation. I was looking at the story many times before I spoke about it right here in Celso Talk Podcast. And as I said, yesterday, that I'm not judging the mother, but this right here is this: when it comes to a kid, especially something that very tragic happening to this kid, people get mixed emotions about this. I spoke my facts yesterday about the storyline, the situation, the incident that happened last Sunday, and I'm still thinking that way. It haven't changed. I said that yesterday that I was going to look at the defense of the Andrews Bridge because trying to I'm trying to make the story make sense. Because as for now, the story doesn't make sense for me at all whatsoever. I know I was explaining the type of strollers that yesterday, I want the type of strollers, and it was the one without the top, the one with the top. And after reviewing, since yesterday, I watching how the railings are. I mean, I have been in Rochester, New York for 23 years, and 22 or 23. I think it was 22, or well, probably 23. And I remember I had walked that bridge many times. I had walked that bridge many times, and I forgot how the fans were, and those fans are short. I remember, yeah, those fans are short. So yes, it was possible for Sajay to climb, though those railings or the bridge and fall off the bridge. But there was a gap. I was talking about yesterday that there's a gap within that story in that it does not make sense. It doesn't make sense whatsoever. So the story that I heard is that pushing Sajay on the stroller. Sajay took his belt off, climbed the fence, jumped off of the bridge, but she only saw when he jumped off of the bridge. So the question is what she was doing during that gap. So I was looking at the stroller. There was a footage that she, on her Facebook. I mean, I'm not stalking. I just it's had been shared everywhere on social media, and I saw that Sajay was a wild kid. He was very active. He was very active, and he loved to run. There's a footage where I saw Sajay and I saw the stroller, and now I know what type of stroller Sajay was in. And I saw that once again, Sajay running. You see the stroller, and he running, non stopping. So I said, okay, so he probably was, very hyper. I don't know. Probably he had a ACD, probably, because the way he was running, I said, okay, he was little while, and then he was just, always running. By the way, I looked at, basically I looked at the footage. So I said, okay, he was pretty fast. Now I know that okay, he probably just ran. He was pretty fast. Okay, but still, I look at I did looked at the type of stroller that he was in. It was a black stroller, the ones that got the top ones, and the ones that had that handle or that bar in front of him. So basically, there's a bar. There's a bar where he's sitting in, and there's a top, in the stroller is black. So I was like, okay. Now it did come to my conclusion yesterday that it would have taken him not only that he had to unbuckle his belt, but he had to climb. out of that stroller. He had to climb out of that stroller. So no matter what, you still should feel the stroller moving because for him to not only unbuckle his belt, excuse me, not only for him to unbuckle his belt, but at the same time he gonna have to climb off. He had to climb off of that stroller because remember, there's a bar on that stroller. There's a bar in front of him, so he had to not only stand up from the stroller, but get off of the stroller. So, like I said, when this is the story that I saw, and by the comments on Facebook and on this situation, a lot of people are said that she was pushing the stroller. Still, when you push the stroller, okay, let's say something. Let's say this is the stroller, right? This is the stroller. I can see everything because I'm pushing the stroller. I'm pushing the stroller. Jay is here, so I'm pushing the stroller. So basically, I'm still walking in front. I'm pushing. So no matter what, especially I don't know if she had the top down or the top up, but if she had the top up, she could still see everything that is going on. No matter what, I can still, even though my business, is I look straightforward, but still I can see everything that is going on here. I can see everything that is going down there if I was paying attention. If I was paying attention. So basically, for Sajay to get out of the stroller, not only that he had to take the seatbelt off, but Sajay had to get up of the stroller. So if it's Sajay's get up on the stroller, let's say for example, and let's say he got up on the stroller, I will be able to see him right here. So I will be able to see him no matter what. So he will be right in front of me, right? And I still will be able to see him. So for him, he had to get up and jump out of the stroller, right? He had to jump out of the stroller because those are the ones, those are the ones that basically I'm talking about, the ones that got the bar. The stroller that had the bar in front of him. So no matter what, I should still see him get up while I'm in motion. Because if I move with the stroller, I can still, if I'm paying attention, I can still feel the stroller moving because he gonna have to, first of all, he probably just not only take it up, but he had to put his two legs up on the seat, then for him to get off of the stroller. So no matter what, I can still feel the stroller moving. So that would be give me, you know, that will give me. I don't know. How can I say this? That will make me stop the stroller, right? So I wouldn't have time to grab him. I would have had time to grab him. Yeah, okay. I saw he's pretty fast. He was pretty fast. That kid was pretty fast. But still, the gap that I'm talking about the gap when she was pushing Sajay. Sajay had to not only take his belt off, he had to, get pull himself up and get off of the stroller. So either number one, I would still feel the stroller moving, and I thought I was the only one thinking about this. I never thought that I was going to have a topic that it was going to have me this way. It was going to make me feel uh, angry, uh, trying to look for answers. I mean, I never had. This is the first time that I ever have a topic like this. Jesus Christ, that I have to do a part two on, of this one here, and it just that it made this. I'm sorry, for me, it doesn't make no sense. I try to. Okay, I try basically. I did try to. I mean, I tried to buy the story. I did. I tried to buy the story many times. I tried to buy the story. I tried to like make a sense of the story. But no matter how I look at it, the story doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me whatsoever. It doesn't. I'm sorry. I tried. I tried to look at it. I tried to, I look at the story many times for many different ways and things that could be possible and stuff like that. But it just like, it doesn't make sense whatsoever. I saw how the bridge is. I saw how the fences are. I saw how this kid was running wild. And the thing is, you should know your kids. You should know how wild your kids are. You should know how your kids are. You shouldn't be acting new when it comes to your kid because you know how your kid is. You know that your kid is wild. You know that your kid was running and not stopping. So I think you should be a little bit more responsible. You should be a little bit more responsible when it comes to this. And especially when it comes on a bridge. Let me tell you something, and you don't even have to have a kid when it comes to that bridge. I want to say this. I know everybody that had walked on that bridge still was cautious and still was careful because you pass it on a bridge, anything can happen on them when it comes to a bridge. Even me, the many times that I was walking on that bridge, and I was still cautious and careful, even if it was riding on a bike, I still was cautious and careful because I knew how that bridge, and at the same time, I saw those friends are short. But the problem is not the bridge, and I see a lot of comments. Oh, we got to put this fence tall. No, the problem is not the fence. The problem is not the bridge. The problem is the parents should be more careful and should be more responsible. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm sorry. And I was looking how she was writing down how she wrote her thing, her how she was writing how the post or whatever. And I'm gonna stay quiet on that one because when I what I saw, I'm like I didn't buy either. I didn't buy the way she was feeling. I don't know this lady. I don't know her. I'm not judging. But the thing is that That's not even my kid, and I'm angry. I'm pissed. I'm hurt. And me, I would be in freaking. I would be on every channel if that was my kid. I would be on every channel. I would be in the news. I would be trying to send in, even though saying some message, and son, we're looking for you. Don't worry about it. We're looking for you, son. I haven't seen her in not even one news trying to. I see the people doing the search. Like I said, I'm not judging. I'm just pissed off about this, and I think that there should be an investigation because people are really people in Rochester, New York are really missing are missing the big gap. And the thing is this, it's not because the fans, it's not because the bridge. We're talking about a mother that should be more responsible when it comes to her kid. You know how your kid is. Your kid is wild. Your kid runs for. I saw the footage. I saw what I needed to see. I saw exactly what I needed to see. And I yesterday I was talking to a lot of people yesterday when it came to my job and was talking about this situation. And they say it doesn't make sense. I thought I was the only one that I was thinking about like this, but it doesn't make sense. I get it. Things can happen. I get it. Things can happen. Accidents can happen. But when it comes to be a parent, parents should be more responsible for the kids. And I hope that this right here can open a lot of eyes on these parents, especially these new parents that are using anything to distract them. Hello, instead of just be focusing on the kids, they distracting on all the things. So I hope this right here is an eye opener for this new, especially for parents, especially these new parents. Be more responsible for your kids. Be more responsible for your kids. If I don't have a kid, but if I have a kid, I should know how my kid is. Hold on, I'm on a bridge. My kid is wild. Let me pay more attention because the way that I'm looking at it, she probably was distracted. She probably was distracted, not paying attention when it comes to the tragedy happened. Yeah, my heart goes to her. Yeah, I feel sad. I feel sad, and my heart goes to her. My heart goes to the family, of course. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to look at you as responsible. I'm not. I'm not going to look at you as a responsible parent. I'm going to look at you as an irresponsible parent. That's the way I'm going to look at her. Irresponsible parent. Like I say, it's nothing against her because I don't know the lady. Nothing against her. I'm a podcaster. This is how we podcasters do. I explained yesterday how podcasters are. We are like this. I'm a podcaster. And we always, as a podcaster, we need to look the story, the both side of the story. And I'm sorry, between that gap when Sajay got out from the stroller and dropped off on the bridge. That it doesn't make sense. What you was doing? That's the question. What you was doing? That's what I'm trying to say. So I hope this concludes the episode. Hopefully, I don't know if it's gonna be a part three about this. But it just, I'm sorry, I think this way, and I do believe that if she was more responsible, this probably would have never happened. I mean, yeah, I get it. Accident, it can happen. And I don't know why I say, oh, just be a Christian. No, it's nothing about being a Christian. It's speaking the facts, telling the truth. It's all about telling the truth, telling like it is. And this is what I think. That if she was more responsible, she would have been, Sajid probably would still be alive. Sajid probably would have never jump out that bridge because he's 5 years old. He didn't know it. He didn't know better. 5 years old, and he loved to run. He loved to have fun. He loved to play. It's a baby, a kid, 5 year old. So that means you, the parent, you should be responsible for your kid. You should know how wild your kid is. Don't come to me with, oh no, no, you should be more responsible and paying attention instead of just being distracted. Now, poor Sajay, we don't know where he is. People are is still looking for him. I hope they find him. I hope he's alive, and I'm praying for that. I'm praying that he's been found. I be looking at Facebook and for good news. Like God, please, please, let people find Sajay alive. You know what I mean? So anyway, guys, this concludes the episode, Sajay Part Two. Don't know if it's going to be our third episode about this, but what I can say is this: that Sajay, whatever you are, just know that we are looking for you. Just know that we are looking for you and we love you. And we are not going to stop looking for you into the day we find you. And we hope to find you alive. All right, guys. This was Celso Podcast with your host, Celso Luis Santiago Jr. Until next time, into another episode of Celso Podcast. God bless.
Celso Talks Podcast. He's been in this game since 2016. Now he's in 2025 with a different podcast with live guests for the first time. Welcome to Celso Talks Podcast. 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 Celso Talks Podcast about to start with Celso Luis Santiago Jr. Transmitting live from Dunkirk, New York. Welcome to Celso Talks Podcast. Celso Talks Podcast. Celso Talks Podcast. Celso Talks Podcast.